I often get asked, when is the best time to buy? This answer may surprise you. In Chicago and the Chicago suburbs, I see us as having two markets or two different seasonal markets. One, it's the spring market, which goes from second week of January to probably the middle of June. And then the second market, the fall, goes from like July 1 to end of December. And the first half of the year, you have more inventory and you have a lot more buyers, and sellers are in the driver position. The second half of the year, you still have a lot of inventory, but the inventory is not turning over as much. Why? Because there are a lot less buyers. And what does that equate? Less buyers equals less offers, which means sellers are not in a strong driving position as they are in the first half of the year. But don't believe me. Let's take a look at the data. Here, we're looking at some data from the zip code of 60647. But I've looked at this. This stands true throughout the Chicago land and the suburbs for the most part. But we have some great data. So right now, let's look at original list to close. Original list to close in June, it peaked at 102.5%, which means sellers are getting 102% of their sale price. But it climbed up from January to July and peaked in June. Let's look when it peaked in 2024. 2024, it peaked in June at 101%, and then it declined and went back up. And you can see this curve every year since 2022, and then it starts to decline. And once again, that's because there's less buyers. So when you see that decline, that's that second half year. That's when you're looking to buy. So instead of having to pay 102% in July, it's bottoming out in November, and you can pay 98% of the list price. Let's look at months supply. Same thing. You see supply climbing up, and then it starts to go down. And in July, it's climbing up, and I suspect it's going to start trailing down. You see the curve, up, down, up mid-year, then starts going down. So the second half of the year, I do think you end up with less inventory, but you have a lot less buyers. And the less buyers means there's better opportunity for you to get a better price for the deal. Now, here's the pro tip that I want to tell you. Typically, when I'm presenting value to my clients, there's a range, usually about a $25,000 range of where things are market value. In this first half of the year, the spring market, we tend to push the higher end of that range. The second half of the year, I'm recommending the lower range to draw out more buyers. So I'm priced $25,000 less, and then it's selling about 1% to 2% below that. So if a house was worth $1 million, you're saving $20,000 on it, plus that $25,000 that I underpriced. That's about a $50,000 savings for you. Wouldn't you want that? I sure would. If you have more questions about when to buy in the market, give me a call.